Come on in, everybody. Come on in. If you're on, let me know where you're from. I just have a message to give you. Uh, if you're on, let me know where you're from. Let me know where you're from. Hey, Sonia. Hey, Don. Gonna get started. Welcome to another update on When the Right One Comes, this podcast, this YouTube live. I want you to share this with somebody, whether you're listening or watching. I want to talk about um, four things, four things that will ruin your relationship. Four things that will ruin your relationship. Um, we fail because we don't have knowledge. Uh, um, uh, we fail because we don't have knowledge. And I wish somebody could give me the knowledge uh, that I'm giving a lot of people. Um, but here we go. Four things that will ruin your relationship. Four things that will ruin a relationship. So there are some things that we self sabotage relationships because we just don't know what to do in many cases. And there are some things that will cause a relationship to go bad, and you want to avoid those things. So I want to give you four things that I have that will surely ruin your relationship. Number one, number one, talking too much. Talking too much. Talking too much. One of the things that I've prided myself on and not doing, and that is when if I'm dating somebody, then if we get mad at each other, that's right, share this. If we get mad, thank you, Sonia. If we get mad at each other, um, it's not a good idea to tell your family members because uh, you will tell them, and you'll be mad, and they'll be mad, and then you would have made up again, and then that person is still mad. Everybody share this. Everybody share this. Invite somebody on. First of all, why are you telling people about what goes on in your relationship? It's not a secret, but it's nobody's business. Because when you tell people what's going on in your relationship, I consider that a breach of trust. I'm not saying that you can't seek wise counsel, but you need to know where you're getting counsel from. Many times, women and men mess up because you can tell somebody the good things about a relationship and then they want to try it out for themselves. You don't tell nobody how good your sexual encounter is with somebody because then they will go and try to find out. I've known situations where people would tell their business and say, "Oh my God, it was so good." And so when you do that, then they want to find out. So I'm not saying you can't seek wise counsel, but when you do go to this counsel, Is it when you two are doing well, or is it only when you two are doing badly? Either case, I think is not good because you could be doing good and they want to know, they want to figure out how can they get that good too. You could be doing bad and they're happy that you're doing bad because they're not doing good in their own relationship or don't have one. Are y'all hear me? And so if you call your friend and badmouth your partner who you two are at odds, or if you take opportunities to go to social media to post subliminally about your mate when you two don't agree, you're not ready for a relationship. And if you are in one, you better tighten up in this area before you are no longer in one. Y'all get what I'm saying? So posting about it, talking about it, it's the same thing. You're telling people your business. Oh, I just want everybody to know I'm in a relationship. For what? Why is it their business? Why are you so ready to tell about your relationship? Why? 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 Why are you so? Why are you so ready to tell about your relationship? This is your relationship. Make sure that you and whoever you're with, make sure that y'all really, really, really solid before you start telling everybody. You're talking too much. You're talking too much. You're telling too much business. You're not. You're not. You're not even solid. You just met them. Sometimes you don't even want to tell somebody that you met somebody new because then they have their opinion. There are people that are not happy. There are people that are not even happy. There are people that are not happy that you're even in a relationship because they're not happy in theirs, or they don't have one. And here you're telling, and I know sometimes, are y'all listen to me? It comes from excitement. You want to tell everybody that you're happy now, but they ain't happy for you. It will ruin your relationship because then they will have their opinion and they will sabotage your mind. They will put things in your mind that's not even there about the person. So learn to keep things to yourself. Shut your mouth. Be quiet. Number two, rushing things. One of the worst things you can do in a relationship is rush. That has been my indictment down through the years. I have rushed into relationships. I rushed. The excitement of being with somebody, the excitement of having somebody, it causes you to rush. You're just glad. Ladies, the last thing the man wants to argue about is why haven't you proposed? Why haven't you proposed? Especially when you two haven't been together very long. Rushing, asking the wrong questions. Ah, you dating to marry? You dating with a purpose? Yeah, the purpose I'm dating you for is to get to know you first. I don't know if I want to marry you. You're rushing. Your questions are rushing. Everything is to know where is this going. Nobody knows where it's going until you get to know each other. You don't know if you want to go anywhere with the person, but you're rushing. Rushing is because you've been alone. Rushing is because you have been alone Rushing because you've been alone. A lot of women are impatient and extremely persistent, and it makes a man fall back. You want to know why he ghosts? Is because he feels pressured. A man doesn't like to feel pressure. Those of you that are watching this on YouTube, please hit the like, hit the thumb. Those of you that are listening to this on podcasts, make sure that you share this with somebody and tell them to listen to it. You want to get a man to fall back? You want to get a man to walk away? Rush him. Rush him. I'm not speaking to couples who have been together for years. The woman is still waiting for a proposal. I'm talking about the woman who is super ambitious about being married to a man that she hasn't even seen upset yet. How does he handle conflict? How does he handle anger resolution? Or has he even been around? Have you ever been around his friends and family? Because friends and family uh, tell a lot about who they are. Are y'all hearing me? Are y'all hearing me? It's just not ladies, fellas. There are women out there who want to take their time, and we have to equally be patient. When you rush things, you ruin things. When you rush things, you ruin things. When you rush things, you ruin things. So don't rush. Questions that should not be asked. Make sure you listen to some of my other messages, things that you shouldn't ask within a certain time. Am I helping you? Number three, never owning your stuff, meaning you can never admit to what you have done, what you're doing, your fault. I always say any relationship that don't work is always two people's fault. If you allowed it or if you did it, it's your fault if you allowed it. Like I know in my 20 years of marriage, I allowed us to get out of control and not have balance. I That's my fault. There's always fault. There's always a fault of both parties, whether you did anything or if you allowed the person to do it. Are y'all hearing me? No one wants to be with a person who never takes accountability. If you want your relationship to work, you have to take ownership of things you do in the relationship that your partner dislikes. If you're constantly finding a way out of blame being placed on you, you will miss opportunities to grow. Admitting your stuff are opportunities to grow. Helen, Sonia, Delilah, admitting your stuff. We all got stuff. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's in a relationship and perfect. We all got stuff. We all got stuff we need to work on. Admitting your stuff is opportunities to grow and let the person know that you are humble, that you can handle it, that you can handle it, that you can handle it. Growth takes place when you can admit when you can admit that you did something or that you have a problem. Growth takes place when you can admit you're wrong. Growth takes place. A person who doesn't own their mistakes will typically repeat them. A person that don't own their mistakes will typically repeat them. You have to acknowledge and own your mistakes in the relationship or in anything in life, or you will repeat them, Chrissy, or you will repeat them. Lessons learned are lessons that you can admit to. A person who doesn't own their mistakes who will typically repeat them. If you can't say to your partner, I was wrong, then this might not be the right time for you two to be together. Growth says I can admit. You grow from admitting. Growth comes from admitting that you were wrong. There's some truth to if somebody loves you, you got to know that they're coming from a place of love and not a place of angry. You got to ask yourself, does this person love me? Um, does this person love me? Does this person really care for me? Because if they do, then that means they're coming from a place of love. There you go, Sonia. Only those that don't love you will hurt you. Only those that don't love you will hurt you. You got to ask yourself, does this person love me? Is what they're saying to me that I need to work on me? That they notice things about me? That they notice things about me that I don't notice by myself, and they bringing it out, and it's not to hurt me, it's to make me grow because they still want to be with me. They still want to be with me. Number 4, let me review. Number 1, you can ruin a relationship talking too much. Number 2, rushing things. And number 3, never owning to stuff. Number 4, the fourth one, you don't have time. Relationships take effort, consistency, sacrifice, and time. Relationships take effort, consistency, and time. It's a known fact that when a person wants to the best outcome in something, they put forth effort. And when a person wants to master something, they do it often. Do you want to master this relationship, or you just doing something? Because when you want to master something, you put in time. Anything that you want to master, you put in time. Anything that you want to be the best at or want the best outcome, it is a time. It is a time thing. When you do something often or consistently, the better you get at it, the better at it you become. When a person wants something, they will rearrange their schedule to have it. If you want to be with somebody, you will put in time. Nobody is that busy. I use the story all the time. President Obama, they went on a date every Thursday. He was the president of the free world, most powerful leader ever, but he took time. You'll make time for what it is you want. You'll find time for what it is you want. I need y'all to share, like, click you know, the the thumbs up. That's how this gets circulated. Tell a friend about it. If you aren't willing to set aside time for someone or make time in your schedule to see them, you might not be ready for the relationship. And if you're in one, you're probably having problems because you're not making time. Time. You'll ruin a relationship if you don't make time. You build a relationship from time. You build a relationship from being with that person. You build a relationship from seeing that person. You build a relationship from listening to that person. You build a relationship from being around the person. If you're in a relationship and they don't have time for you, that means they may not have interest for you. Interest equals time. Interest equals time. Interest equals time. You have interest, you will make time for it. Don't let a man tell you that he likes you and he doesn't have time for you. Don't let a woman tell you that, brother, she likes you and she doesn't make time. Time equals interest. Interest equals time. Long distance relationships. I was in the train station one time on my way back from New York to Philly. Thank you, Sonia, for the donation. Time. Young lady was there. I said, "Where are you going, young lady?" She asked to use my charger. She said, "I'm going." I forget where she was going. It was New York to somewhere, Idaho or something. I said, "You do this every week?" She said, "I go see my boyfriend every Friday morning. I get on the train. Every Sunday evening, I get on train." I said, "Just 2 days?" "Yes, every week." She said, "He comes here sometimes, but his job doesn't let him off as frequent. So I go there every week because she wanted to put in time. Time. Time shows interest. Time is your precious commodity, not money, but time. The relationship can't work off of a phone call once a week. If you're building something, time has to be put in it. If you want something, you will put time. These four things will help you. We ruin relationships because we don't invest in relationships. You invest in doctors, but you want to invest in relationships. You want to invest in a coach. You want to invest in talking to somebody about it. You won't listen. You won't invest back into those that pour out into you. Some of you have been following me for a year or so. You're listening to me. You're watching me. Put these things to use so you won't ruin, Lauren, your relationships. You want to know why every time you're in a relationship that don't work? Maybe you're talking too much. Maybe you're rushing it too much. Maybe you're not owning up to stuff. And there are other things. You don't have time for it. Time for it. So you ruin it. You ruin it because you won't do better. Here's a bonus one. You ruin relationship because you won't make adjustments for somebody in your life. When you bring somebody in your life, you have to be ready to share. You don't keep people out of your business. Like I said, number one, you don't keep into your mom and them, everybody in your business, everybody in your business. Hello, Maria, Dr. Vaughn. So we ruin relationships because we won't make adjustments. You can't be that same person. You can't be the same person you were by yourself that you are with somebody else because you have to make room for them mentally, you have to make room for them physically. You have to make room for them. You have to make room for them. I want somebody in my life. but you ruin it. Every time a relationship don't work, it's not because of the other person. Sometimes it's because of you. You ruin it. You self sabotage it. Take a look at yourself. Take a look at the things that you do. And the worst thing in the world is to know that you're doing it and you won't make changes. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you just join on YouTube and you're looking live, then you can look at it from the start. It won't stay up on Facebook. You have to go to YouTube, and then those of you that are listening to podcasts, listen to this over and over again and let it get in your mind. Huh? Get it in your spirit. I want to ask those of you that are watching or listening, if you would give a donation to When the Right One Comes movement, these weekly teachings, there are 300, 400 videos on YouTube, lessons that I'm doing like this. If you have not seen them, go back and listen and watch podcasts. Some podcasts also. Greg Davis 10, Cash App. Thank you, Sonia, for $35. Somebody may be able to give 20, 30. Somebody may want to say, this is like a master class. I want to give 50. I want to give 100. Yeah. So I want you to do that. Those of you that would do that, Cash App, $ Greg Davis 10. PayPal, contact Greg Davis. Zelle, gregdavisshow@gmail.com. Do that. Cash App, $ Greg Davis. Those of you that would do that, just give a donation. Some of you give 20, some of you give 30, 50, 100. Some of you give more. Support, support was helping you. You have not got my book. I got I got I ordered 25 hardback books. These are for people that really support me. These are these are hardback books. I'll sign them, but it is the hardback version of the book. This is $50. It's on the website. $50. It's a collector's edition, the hardback version. $50 on the website. $50 on the website. Hardback. I'll sign them all. Write you a personal note. You got to go to the website, gregdavisshow.com. It's on the website on the front page. It says hardback. It's $50 donation. I will sign it. This is I need you to help me. Need you to help me. How many will do it? How many would do it? Do that. Go to the website. Thank those of you that are listening by podcast. Make sure that you continue to listen to all these podcasts that are coming. I appreciate you. Give that donation today. Those of you that are watching right now, how many will stand with me tonight? Y'all quiet now. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Y'all ain't saying that. Y'all was saying stuff. Y'all ain't saying nothing. $Greg Davis 10. Givelify Greg Davis Ministry. Zelle Greg Davis Show. PayPal, contact Greg Davis. All right. Y'all have a great night. Y'all still there or y'all left? Where y'all at? All right, y'all. I'm going to go. Please donate, support the movement. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you, Valerie. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. The only way I can keep doing this stuff is that you support. All right. Good night, everybody. Good night. Thank you, Vicky. Good night. Support what you love. All right. Good night.